guys, welcome to Laguna Beach. I just thought I would do a short film here because I've been doing some knitting outdoors today. This is what California looks like at the ocean in the month of May and June. We kind of call it May gray, and we got a lot of overcast skies to get through the month of June, but we're here in the bee pollinator garden. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you can hear all the beautiful birds chirping because we never hear this near my house. It's just so stunningly beautiful here today. The sky's trying really hard to burn off the clouds, and so it's actually too hot to keep knitting, but I just thought I would do a little video today. This Katie's cap. I didn't realize how lucky I was to get my hands on this beautiful gradient yarn set. I'm just gonna have my son scoot in a bit. Not like that. There you go. And then so we're both just standing up here so I can film this video on site here. So I said amazing things about this yarn, and I was trying really hard to find other yarn like this in several yarn shops here in Southern California and had no luck finding this yarn, and it really made me appreciate how lucky I was to have had the opportunity to knit with this very special yarn. So I can't say enough good things about it for knitting in the summer. So what I did with this hat was I was using the mid-tone colors in the background here and using the darker tones for the motifs. And I realized, because it was a 6 gradient set, and so I realized it looked really faded and kind of beachy, which is kind of cool. But the motifs were, you know, for all that hard work, you want your motifs to stand out. So I started realizing I really needed to go with a higher contrast. And by the time I got to this part of the hat, that higher contrast really helped me see the pattern stand out extremely well. And then, of course, I ran out of all of the colors I needed, and so I kind of went back to like a medium contrast, medium to medium high contrast for the crown. And so I did the opposite. I think I'm gonna have enough from that 6 gradient set to do a full hat. I've just finished the body of a second hat, and this is what it looks like, where I'm really focusing on the darker colors in the background and then the lighter colors in the foreground. And so I just, hopefully my needles, my stitches won't fall off. I'm kind of trying to do this while standing up. So I just thought I would show you what the differences look like here. And I've often admired people who use darker colors for the background color, but I was never really in the mood to use black. But you can see with this color, it's like a blackberry black, which is kind of cool. On the other hand, the motif gets swallowed up a little bit because there's not as much contrast between the mid-tones and the darker tones. And then I did some experimenting with the Piri rose. So I went with a really low contrast combo here with the lightest and the lightest of the mid-tones, and the motif just doesn't stand out at all. So it looks more like an abstract, diffuse, kind of dappled light kind of effect from nature. But here I went with the highest contrast, the lightest and the darkest of the 2 colors in the 6 skein set. And I don't know, it just feels like it's just too much contrast. So, and I'm just gonna point out a boo-boo that I made with my knitting here. I guess the people who are familiar with this hat pattern will be familiar with this motif here as a flower. So in the original pattern, the flower is the bottom row and this argyle pattern is the top. I just have fun mixing it out a bit and put the argyle pattern on the bottom and the flower on the top. And I was focusing so much on trying to make this opposite, where I had intended to do the background in the lighter tones and then the color of the flower in the darker tones. And I had made the decision to do that when I did this section, and then my mind just had a mind of its own because I just went right on knitting with the dark in the background. So you can see there's a major boo-boo here because I should have made this final row a darker color, and that way there was a good definition for that flower if I had had this first bottom row as a darker color. So anyways, I just had so much fun knitting with this gradient set of yarn. It came in a pack of 6, and I can't say enough amazing things about it. I really want to say that I think I'm going to definitely have enough yarn to finish 2 hats from that one set of 6. And I went to the dyer's website to see if I could order more, and she's a little low on inventory right now, so, but she still sells this yarn, and she still sells gradient packs. It's 100% merino, superwash. It's extra soft, but it's not slippery like alpaca. It has a firm twist, and so it is super fantastic for tensioning for Fair Isle knitting. I haven't seen anybody use this yarn for Fair Isle knitting, but these are all the colors you can see that came in the set, and I'll just kind of show you what it looks like when you reverse the colors. Maybe I'll go this way. I like both. I thought this was what I wanted when I was in the mood to knit it this way, and then I got tired of this, and so I just reversed everything because I had so much dark left, and then I had a lot of fun doing it this way. So anyways, I thought I would just put this out into the knitting universe on YouTube and see if it ends up helping somebody. And in case you're not getting out of the house today, why don't we just give you another visual treat here. We're not where you can see the ocean, but you could see the ocean on a sunny day from here. This is a bee pollinator garden that the city of Laguna Beach set up out here. And so every once in a while we'll just come out here and just take a lunch break. It feels so hot. It's been extra humid in California lately. Makes it really hard to do knitting, but in the early morning and then the late afternoon, evening, you can really still do a little bit of knitting without getting too hot. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a really great day out there, wherever you happen to be, and sometimes it's just fun to do a video rather than just post a photo on Instagram. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.